Good afternoon. It's Tishy and me. Well, I got to tell you, Tishy was so upset when it was 4 o'clock and I wasn't doing the video. She kept, about 5 minutes. As soon as I sat down, she was nudging. Come on, come on. And I had a hard time telling her, no, we're going to do it late today. But she must be back on her schedule because she knew it was 4 o'clock and she knew it was time to do Life on the Light Side. If this is your first time visiting Life on the Light Side, you can go to YouTube and type in, you search Life on the Light, Lite side, Alicia Leslie, and you will see all the Light Side videos as well as other videos I've done, mostly metaphysical or just for fun. So, this is about staying on the light side even when things aren't light. I always welcome questions and comments. I can't necessarily see them in real time, excuse me, as we're doing it, but I will check them out later. And so let's get started with today. At any moment, Tisha's going to have enough of me and probably go howl in the other room, which is what she kind of tends to do. And she's probably going to be mad at me because I did not turn on cat TV before I started this. That this kitty does love cat TV. We have a hard time deciding. She likes to watch squirrels a lot, but she likes to watch the mousies too. So, and then there's birds and fish. And the fish, I don't know, they don't do it so much for her. I don't know why, but the other things she'll sit there and watch diligently. Unless I'm doing my evening movie, my daughter and my daughter lives thousands of miles away, yet at nighttime we watch a movie together. Thanks for Watch Party. Watch Party is an app. I don't know what it is. It's a part of Netflix. I don't know about Netflix. Sling, Hulu, and Prime Video. So all those, maybe others, I don't know, have Watch Party. But it's so nice to be able to watch a movie together. There's a chat bar so you can chat on the side. Well, now when Mimi and I are watching a movie, guess who has to like climb all over me? And she wants to hog the screen. She's a screen hogger. So she's watching the movie and thinks I can't. I spend half the movie pulling her over and putting her on my side. So anyway, let us get going. So why am I late today? It's very funny because we have said before, anytime we declare something, all that is unlike it comes up for healing. And we've recently, yesterday, we talked about it being National Clean Out the Computer Day. And I shared that I have been cleaning out things, uh, not only from my computer, but files and stuff like that. And the big emphasis, I said it with my own mouth, get it done. Just get it done. Well, the day I had today was a day when just get it done wasn't happening. So, but let's put that aside for a couple of minutes while we look at today's National Day calendar. And a good one it is because it starts off with National Pizza Day. It just so happens that on what day was it? Monday, Tuesday, I made pizza. I guess it was Saturday. I made pizza with Tristan using the portal. We were face to face, a couple thousand miles away, but we made pizza together. And what I like to do is as soon as I'm done, I don't know what that is. It's got to be probably hang on a minute. Oh, for heaven's sakes, go away. It's probably a, what do you call those? Telemarketer. Yeah. So anyway, whenever I make pizza or anything like that, as soon as I'm done, I'm usually full. So I take it and put the leftovers in the freezer right away. And it works best if you freeze it in the open, just put it on a tray, separate the pieces, and put it in the freezer and let it get frozen solid. And then you can put it in a Ziploc bag or a freezer container. So it just so happens I had pizza in the freezer for pizza day so I could enjoy my own homemade pizza without any work or mess. I even had pizza for breakfast. I did. So, speaking of pizza, I actually brought up some little pizza facts I thought I would share with you. Hold on a minute. Excuse me. Okay. Um, these are pizza facts. Pepperoni is the most popular pizza at 36% on all pies ordered. Can you believe that? Over 3 billion pizzas are sold in the US each year, and another 1 billion frozen pizzas. Now, it doesn't say how many people make their own, but I make pizza at least 6 times a year, if not more. And I love it. It's so creative. And I make an excellent Mexican pizza with a cornmeal crust. It is yummy. Let's see. In the United States, 17% of all restaurants are pizzerias. Yeah, they've been here for a while. There was that time when your only choice for international food was pizza or Chinese. And I remember them both. As a matter of fact, I remember the first time my mom let my sister and one of her friends and I walk downtown to get pizza. Now we had to cross, it was probably a 4-lane road on that. Oh, back then it was, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was 2 lanes. I don't remember. We had to cross the main road to go to the other side. But I felt so grown up. I'm sure my sister was mega annoyed that I had to go with them because they were like, I was 10 and they were like 13 and 14. So they probably thought, we have to be with the baby. But I remember that day and it was fun. I think I'm going to ask my sister later if she remembers that day. She might have blocked it from her memory because I made it painful for her. Let's see. Antica Pizzeria, the first pizzeria that opened in Naples, Italy, was in 1738. Wow, can you believe that? A pizzeria in 1738. And Gennaro Lombardi, the first pizzeria in the United States, opened in 1895 in New York City. Wow, that's some interesting trivia. And Americans consume, on the average, 23 pounds of pizza per person each year. I don't know about that. I'm thinking I would be on the high side of that because to me, let's see, because if you say 23 pounds equals 2 pounds, under 2 pounds a month, and if I get a pizza that probably weighs 2 pounds, I can eat it in 2 days and do the math. I'm probably on the high side. Maybe I shouldn't be, but pizza? I mean, come on. Who can live what do they say? A day without pizza is like a day without sunshine. Okay, what else we have? What other national days is it? It is National Cut the Cord Day. No, this isn't about an umbilical cord. It's about our cord to traditional cable TV. Things sure are changing. I mean, I have a Roku. I love my Roku. It's a streaming device. I have a Roku in my living room and I have a Fire Stick in my bedroom. Each one has their own high points and low points. But with it, you get, a bunch of stations that come with it normally. Oh, no. I have the Roku, which has a bunch of stations on it. And then I also have Hulu, which has another bunch of stations, and I have Amazon Prime, and that's where I get movies and a little bit of TV from. So I finally one day they called me last week from Nielsen, and they wanted to know if I'd do the Nielsen survey. on the phone. It wasn't one of those things where you have the little gadget. I remember one year my sister did a thing where they had a little gadget to do the survey, but she just asked me questions and I kept saying, nope, 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 nope. Now, it's not like I never watched TV. It's that what I watch on TV has totally changed. I watch next to no network TV aside from my girl Rachel Maddow at 9 o'clock weeknights. And boy, do I get upset when I turn on Rachel Maddow and it's not Rachel Maddow. But so that's one thing I watch. And Joyce Meyer, who I actually watch that on an app now, so I don't watch that on a network. Then I've got the things that I save, like there's CBS, NBC, and whatever that they tape on my Hulu, and I can go back and watch it on the DVR. And I watch a lot of YouTube. Not like I'm watching TV all day, but I do watch. Why? Because they're short and I can pick what I want. Bing, bing, bing. Gonna watch this, gonna watch that. So I filled out the thing and it's like I answered her questions, but it seems like I was saying, no, well, no, not really. So I think that Nielsen's getting quite a wake-up call. I think they're going to find how many people. I think they said 31% of the people have already cut the cord. And it's a matter of changing. In life, we change or we die. And this is for all fields. You know, there was a report the other day. A lot of people were very upset about the numbers of fossil fuel jobs that will be lost as we work toward a, a healthier environment. However, they're talking about a small number of jobs compared to renewable energy being the biggest booming business that's going on. Millions of jobs are going to come through this industry. So we have our choice. Do we fight to stay in the past, or do we find a new way to express in the future? I mean, all my ministry is done online now. And it's done through book study and occasional services. And now that we have the COVID thing, a lot of people, thousands and thousands of churches, probably millions of churches, have put their services online. So cut the cord day. The cable companies need not worry if they are finding new ways to bring the product. And one of those ways, I hate to say it, one of those ways would be less cost. And the other thing would be like today, you always get a bundle, you get your landline with your Wi-Fi, with whatever else you get. So you get this wireless, you get this package. And that would be fine if they could provide bundles at a price that we could better handle. There's all kinds of ways. Here's the thing. If the type of your job is changing, you can use the same skills in a new kind of job. That's what we have to know. We are genius. We are intelligent. You know, I look at one day I was looking at cemeteries, and I'll never forget this day. My friend Ellen and I were going to a performance that we were doing in New London. And there is a cemetery in New London that is so huge. So it's acres and acres of headstones. And I looked and I said, can you believe it? All this space tied up with dead bodies, people that aren't using them anymore. And, you know, and yet they've got all this acreage used up. And so we talked about, well, you know what? We could take the headstones, you know, people could take their family plot and make it a little picnic area, take the headstones and turn them to hibachis. In the future, we need to change, because if we don't change, we're going to die. We have to learn to, and think about reincarnation. If you come back to this planet, what do you want this planet to be like? You know, there's always a light side, there's always a bright side, but you gotta look for it, even if it might be inconvenient and uncomfortable. Okay. All right. Well, I really took that one on a walk around the block, didn't I? Oh, I just saw my phone said it was 4:44. 444 is called the angelic moment. It means that the angels are present to those in metaphysical circles. So, isn't it nice to know that we're talking about the future and life and death and reincarnation and all these good things and knowing the angels are present? I actually just got a shiver, a chill from that, a good chill. All righty, let's look at what else is today. Oh, it is National Toothache Day. Ugh, toothaches are awful. And as much as I love my parents, and as much as they love me, and as much of a good job as they did raising me, they did not teach me good dental hygiene. So I wound up when I was a kid with lots and lots of cavities. Now, my sister, she had teeth of steel. I don't know if she practiced better dental hygiene than I did or not, but man, I don't think she has a cavity. I think she may have in all her life, maybe two, but I don't even know those. Sammy was the same way, not a cavity. Dear goodness almighty. But when I got, as time went on, as I got older, I did better and better and better. And as better and better and better I did, it wasn't really enough. So I wound up having laser surgery on my gums or yeah, gums, yeah, a few years ago. And he told me the importance of really making sure you don't have pockets and you take care of it. So please practice good dental hygiene. Every night now, it takes me from 15 minutes to a half hour to do my dental routine. And that includes flossing and using these little bitty brushes and using this little gum cleaner thing and then brushing my teeth and then the mouthwash with the fluoride. So I do a lot. But every time I do it, I say, thank you, God, for my teeth. I'm 75 years old and I have most of them. And you can't beat that. Okay, take care of your teeth. It is Bagel and Lox Day, but I can't do Bagel and Lox Day and Pizza Day on the same day. But let me share this. You remember a few weeks ago I told about how I made bagels? And when I made them, it's just me. So I gave some away and I froze some and I ate some. And the other day I just finished the frozen ones. They were so good with them. I fresh homemade soup. And so I think next time I decide I'm going to be a smarty pants and make bagels, I'm going to make a double batch so I'll have more in the freezer because that was so good. Lox ain't going to happen for a vegetarian. Okay, and it is Safer Internet Day. This is a real challenge for those of us that are not terribly tech savvy. I'm a little tech savvy, but for those who are not terribly tech savvy, um, internet safety is really tough because when you buy a computer, it has a limited, uh, what do you call it? Antivirus program in it, usually McAfee. Then when you buy it, they usually talk you into buying a regular virus protection, which I have. Then there's a free one. I forgot what that one's called, Avasti or something like that. We have that on a couple of the computers in the office. And you want to be safe, but it winds up like the programs seem to fight each other. And so it would be worth spending some time with your computer tech guy, even if you call them on the phone and say, look, can you take off what I don't need and put on what I do need and let it be? So that's something that we want to make sure we stay in touch with. One of the reasons is you may not have heard it unless you listened to my video last night, but in a small town, which name I can't remember what it was, in Florida, there was a technician sitting, a water plant technician, and he was sitting at his desk and he glanced up at his computer and he noticed the cursor was moving all by itself. And it moved through the computer and it changed the distribution of certain chemicals into the water. He had been hacked before his very eyes. And whoever hacked it, which I don't know that they found out who that is yet, but whoever it was, actually could have poisoned 15,000 people in the town that water plant services. Now we were also assured by in the program that I watched, we were assured that there were fallback programs to protect. In other words, it would have gone through other processes and detected it. But the big thing is don't blow off internet safety. Internet safety is important. So I hope that you do whatever you can, that you keep in alignment with whatever programs. Don't say, I don't need an antivirus. We do need an antivirus. So, okay, can you keep that in mind? Excellent. Okay, well, that we did make it through we made it through the National Calendar Day. That was fun. Did you have fun? I had fun. Okay, genetics. Oh, I remember. Thank you, Cheryl. You always got the answers for me. Okay, so I wanted to say today, I wanted to talk about when we say get it done. Just get it done. You know what I said yesterday? Get up first thing in the morning, and the worst task that you got to do, the most dreadful, do it right away. Well, that was my concept as I got up today. One of the first issues I had is I have been unable to access my SBC Global um, email on my computer for like 2 years. It wouldn't accept my password. Now, my phone would, but my computer wouldn't. So I said, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Now, what happened? Well, technology changes. SBC Global was taken over by Yahoo, and then Yahoo was taken over by AT&T. And in the meantime, the different types of programs changed, and there may or may not have been a warning on something that I had to do to protect my passwords and everything. But whatever, I couldn't access it. I was on the phone no less than 2 hours today with 5 different agents. And a couple of times the calls got dropped. And one time this guy gave me the instructions, and I went and I followed the instructions, and they didn't work. It was just one thing after another. But I want to tell you my proud moment. Proud moment. I was nice to everybody. And I would start off by saying, okay, I need to let you know, I'm very frustrated with this, and this is my issue. And because remember, we talked about you can't connect. If you connect the thought and the feeling, you're going to create negative things. If it's a negative consciousness, positive, it's positive. So I explained that I was frustrated and upset because it was true. But that wasn't an emotion. You have to understand that wasn't an emotion. It was a thought process. So I was able to explain my thought process without tying it to an emotion, and I explained it, and I said, I know it's not you, but I got to fix this because I cannot get to my email, and it's frustrating. I am I am no longer interested in trying to do this to communicate on my phone. You may like it, but I'm going to tell you something. Not for me. I like to type. I like to type fast, and I can't type fast like this. So anyway, I got one fixed. The second one I couldn't fix. It locked. And she said, well, you got to try again in 24 hours. So guess what I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning, the worst task of the day. All right. So that was one. Number two, I decided that, I've been talking about, I got to get sour grapes on silver platters back up on Amazon. So that required the cover. And our friend Laura told me she would help me to put it together. And we tried and we tried, and different things, they just weren't coming out right. And a lot of it was just technical stuff. You can't make it this big, you can't put it there. It's just certain things just don't work. So I decided to maybe play with my Photoshop, and that basically frustrated me a little, and I let it go. Then I decided to play with my cover creator on KDP Publishing, and played with that a little bit and got frustrated and put it down. So then, uh, hang on, I got the passwords done. Oh, got an Amazon order. Yeah, my jerky. Remember, I told you I was getting vegetarian jerky and I was real excited about it. Well, I got a message from Amazon saying it was delivered. And when I looked it up, it said handed directly to customer. nobody handed me any jerky. Where's my jerky? So sometimes I've had it happen where they left it on the front porch office and it was snowing and miserable and I did not want to go to the front porch of the office. But um, so I messaged Amazon delivery. They say, how did the delivery go? And I went, not well. So they give you an opportunity to chat with an agent. And again, I stayed very calm. I said, this is the second time this has happened where they say they delivered it, they put it in the hands of the customer, and I did not get anything. And she was saying that she was sorry for it, wait a couple more days, maybe it was they scanned it by accident or whatever. And I said, you have to understand my issue is that they said they placed it in the hands of the customer. And I said that's just not true. That so you're saying I received it. So if I go later and I say I didn't receive it, and they say, well, they said they handed it to you. You know, the only person who lives here, Tish doesn't answer the door. So but again, I stayed calm and I stayed cool and collected. So for me, that was kind of a winter day, even though it didn't feel like a winter day. Oh, and then, of course, the reason I was going to be late today, aside from all the time and energy invested and all that, um, I had to go check the mail and look for the jerky on the porch. And that meant it's snowing, back to the boots, the sweater, the jacket, the gloves, the hat. And I went down and checked, and there was no jerky anywhere. And I came back home and I remembered tonight, I'll do anything to save a buck. I could save $3 by having my delivery delivered anywhere between 6 and 10 p.m., which is now 8 and 10 p.m. And so I figured, oh my gosh, the pea pod's coming. I got to go shovel my porch. So before I came online, I was shoveling my porch. Wow. Oh, so how was your day? I hope it was good. Um, I wanted to also point out that this is, we are making a time capsule here because I take these things, as you know, and put them up on YouTube and they'll be there for who knows how long or what might happen to them, who else might find them, share them, download them, or whatever. But today is another important day in that it is the day that the second impeachment trial started. Now, I cannot watch it. I can watch bits and pieces of it, pieces on the news, little. I can't watch it because I'm an empath, and my feelings get so strained. That is not good for my health. But I do follow what has happened during the course of the day. And this is for education. It doesn't matter whether you're pro or con. The important thing is that you should not judge by opinion, but by factual information. So for those of you who do not get really nervously in a knot watching it because I get so emotionally involved, you have to know who you are. And some people are just highly emotional. That's one thing. I'm empathic, which means I feel everybody's emotions. I feel the ones that are yelling this way. I feel the ones that are yelling that way. And all in all, that's not good for me. You have to decide what's good for you. But however you do it, it's very important to stay informed because one of the biggest issues we have in all that we're going through is ignorance and arrogance. We can't think that we're so smart we can't learn anything, okay? So be informed. You're never too broke to pay attention. So before I go, we still have a minute. I did all that. Yeah, I did all that in less than 30 minutes. Give me a mark on the good girl bar. Okay, so why don't we do a few coping skills. And let's see what we can do between today and tomorrow to be better at coping. Now, it says ride a bicycle. I'm not doing that. I'll tell you that right now. Feed the ducks, birds, or squirrels. Nope, I'm not going out. Color. Coloring is very good. And you can go online and get mandalas that you can color. They calm you down a lot. That is really, really helpful. So if you've got some colored pencils or crayons or markers or paints, get them out, go online, print out a mandala that speaks to you. Just Google downloadable free mandalas to print, and you can get one that will make your day. Um, Search for ridiculous things on the internet. Oh, yes, I have to actually pull back and watch how much time I spend doing that. But there are some very fun and funny, ridiculous things. So that one is a doer. Then it says shop online without buying anything. I don't think so. Shopping online without buying something is, I'm not a shopper. Never was a shopper. I'm like totally low maintenance. When I need something, I go out and buy it. Or now I go online and buy it. So no, I'm not going to do that one. Um, Color coordinate your wardrobe. Oh, nope, that's not happening. Ah, make a CD list. People don't do CDs anymore. They don't. Make a playlist on your, what do they do it on your phone, on your iTunes? iTunes, make yourself a list of your favorite songs. Um, Here's a good one. Play the 15-minute game. Avoid something for 15 minutes, and when time is up, start again. What that might that be? Might we avoid a thought about something? Might it involve, I don't know. If I'm cleaning, I'm not going to take 15 minutes off and go back and do it, because if I take 15 minutes off from cleaning, I'm not going back. Well, think on these things and see what you might try to do for the play the 15-minute game. Now, if you came up with something to do with that, okay, please put it in the comments, because I want to know what you have to say. That would be really important. And I think I'm going to leave that there for today. End up a little bit on the light side. I'm going to lighten up by having my afternoon snack, my wine and cheese and crackers. And I'm going to take a little nap, because guess who's going to be cleaning, disinfecting, and putting away my groceries? Yes, I still do it. Okay. No, they say you may not have to do it, but I'm not taking any chances till I get my second vaccination, and I'm a couple of weeks away from that, which actually should be um, my next Peapod, because I don't get it more than once a month. So anyway, um, I'm going to need that nap, and then tonight will be movie night with Mimi. So hope you're going to have a great night. I'm planning on it. Until tomorrow, just be blessed, because you're already beautiful. Bye bye.